Caitlin Clark's historic 2024 has culminated in her being named Time Athlete of the Year, making her the first WNBA player to receive this prestigious honor. This achievement places her in the company of global sports icons like Lionel Messi, Aaron Judge, Simone Biles, and LeBron James, further cementing her place among the elite of the sports world. Clark's accomplishments in 2024 are nothing short of extraordinary. She became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's college basketball history, an achievement that solidifies her legacy as one of the greatest collegiate players of all time. Her leadership and scoring prowess carried Iowa to the NCAA National Championship game, showcasing her ability to shine under immense pressure. Transitioning to the professional stage, she was selected as the number 1 overall pick in the WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever, where she continued to impress. Her rookie campaign earned her WNBA Rookie of the Year honors and an All-WNBA first-team selection, a rare feat for a first-year player. Even more impressively, she led the Fever, a franchise that had struggled in recent years, to the 6th seed in the WNBA playoffs, marking a significant turnaround. While these achievements are undeniable, the decision to name Clark Time Athlete of the Year in an Olympic year has raised questions. In 2024, athletes like Simone Biles, LeBron James, A'ja Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes also delivered extraordinary performances, many of which include championship victories or Olympic gold medals. Simone Biles dominated gymnastics at the Paris Olympics, further solidifying her status as the greatest gymnast of all time. LeBron James led Team USA to basketball gold at the Olympics while maintaining his usual stellar performances in the NBA. A'ja Wilson continued her MVP caliber reign in the WNBA, leading her team deep into the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes, meanwhile, led the Kansas City Chiefs to their 2nd straight Super Bowl title. The argument against Clark's selection centers on the fact that while her individual accomplishments are remarkable, she has not yet achieved the championship or medal that elevates her year above those of other athletes. This is especially true since this year was an Olympic year, and Caitlin Clark wasn't even selected for an Olympic team in particular, making it harder to justify Clark's selection over athletes like Simone Biles and LeBron James, who excelled on the world stage. Adding to the discourse, Mystics owner Sheila Johnson expressed her disappointment at Clark's selection, arguing that the entire WNBA deserved recognition on Time's cover. Johnson highlighted the importance of celebrating the league as a whole, emphasizing the collective achievements and contributions of players who have built the foundation of women's basketball.
It has taken the WNBA almost 28 years to get to the point where we are now. And this year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of the players that came in. It's just not Caitlin Clark. It's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think right now, it is time for that to happen. So last night, we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said, the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that. We have got to operate and become stronger as a league and respect everybody that's playing and their talents.
Johnson's argument gains traction when considering how Time had previously honored multiple athletes as Athlete of the Year, as seen in 2019 when the U.S. women's national soccer team collectively received the honor after their dominant World Cup performance. This precedent suggests that Time could have taken a similar approach with the WNBA, highlighting not just Caitlin Clark but other stars like A'ja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Breanna Stewart, Angel Reese, and others who have been instrumental in elevating the league's visibility and competitiveness. By advertising the league's best players together, Time could have drawn attention to the WNBA as a growing force in sports, while also spotlighting its diversity and collective excellence. This strategy will not only honor the players, but also help promote the league as a whole, encouraging more fans to engage with women's basketball. Such recognition could further build the momentum the WNBA has gained in recent years, fostering greater appreciation for the teamwork and talent that makes the league unique. Moving on, in her Time magazine feature, Caitlin Clark addressed white privilege, particularly in the context of sponsorships and endorsements. She called for greater recognition of Black players who have built and sustained the WNBA, acknowledging systemic disparities in how athletes are marketed and celebrated. She said, quote, "I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person there is privilege. A lot of those players in the league that have been really good have been black players. This league has kind of been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, and then continue to have brands and companies invest in those players that have made this league incredible, I think it's very important. I have to continue to try to change that. The more we can elevate black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing." Clark's remarks were an effort to highlight inequalities when in the sports world. Her acknowledgement of privilege aimed to shed light on the systemic barriers that prevent many deserving black athletes from receiving the sponsorship and endorsement opportunities they have earned. Her comments were praised by some for their candor, but criticized by others who felt she was apologizing for her success. A vocal minority even vowed to stop supporting her entirely. However, it's worth questioning whether these individuals were ever true fans of Caitlin Clark to begin with. Their sudden withdrawal of support suggests that they were not genuinely invested in her as an athlete or person, but instead used her success as a platform to perpetuate hateful rhetoric against black players in the WNBA. By elevating Clark, they sought to diminish the contributions and talents of black players who have long been the backbone of the league. Clark's acknowledgement of privilege disrupted this narrative, forcing these individuals to confront their bias. Rather than celebrating Clark's courage and recognizing the systemic inequities she pointed out, they turned on her, exposing their true intentions. Those who turned on Clark for speaking out likely never supported her for who she is. They saw her as a symbol to further their own divisive agenda, and when she refused to align with their views, they abandoned her. True fans of Caitlin Clark would celebrate her not only for her incredible talent, but also for her integrity and willingness to advocate for fairness and equality in the sport she loves. While the debate surrounding Clark's selection will continue, her accomplishments and impact on the sport cannot be denied. She has inspired countless fans, elevated the WNBA to new heights, as well as sparking important conversations about equality in sports. And Caitlin Clark's recognition as Time Athlete of the Year is a testament to her talent, hard work, and influence. At the same time, it is crucial to recognize other athletes who excelled in 2024, particularly those who achieved greatness on a global stage. As we celebrate her historic year, let's also honor the collective achievements of athletes across the sports world who have redefined excellence in their respective fields.